Welcome to Roanoke, your source for what's happening in the Valley. I'm your host, Jason Lisk. It's part conference, part party, with after-hours events each evening that offer amazing connections and synergy. It's the Cityworks Expo, a national idea conference focused on big ideas for better communities. And it's unlike any other conference you've attended. Ariel and Amy McGinnis are here to tell us about it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So how is this unlike any other conference you've attended? What makes it different?
Well, you say conference, and I always think stuffy hotel room, boring lunches, endless droning, notes, those sorts of things. And this is truly an energizing event. You come to it, there are incredible speakers, but the true magic of Expo happens in the spaces between, as you talked about the incredible nighttime events, and people connect and collaborate in ways that they just don't do at other conferences. It's an incredible, energizing event.
Okay. And initially, where did the idea for this type of expo come from, and what happens throughout the weekend?
So the idea came from Ed Walker, who's sort of an idea factory. He wanted to attend this conference, a conference focused on the people and the projects and the concepts that make places, at the time it was small cities, more vibrant and dynamic and wonderful places to live, work, and play. And he couldn't find that conference, so being Ed Walker, he decided to host that conference. And that was 2011, and we're in our 5th year now.
So who do you have lined up this year? What kind of events are going to be taking place?
Well, we have some really remarkable speakers. We're bringing back some favorites because it is our 5th anniversary, one of whom is Kennedy Smith. She's a downtown guru, just a revitalization expert, and she's coming back. She's always a huge hit. We're doing a bit of focus on trying to work grassroots in communities. Vedette Gavin and Derwin Dubose are the co-founders of an organization called New Majority Community Labs, and they go into underprivileged communities and work in those communities to help them discover and leverage their own assets to create change from the grassroots. Not somebody coming in top down to impose change,
right, but
helping them do that from the roots up.
Right, and this is the 5th Expo, as you mentioned. How has the Expo changed and evolved over the years?
It's changed a lot, actually, and I'm relatively new to town, so I've gotten this great perspective as a new person in town. It started as, big ideas for small cities, and then through the planning process and the festivals themselves, we realized that it's not just small cities. It's anything that people consider community, whether it's a neighborhood in a big city or a small town or a neighborhood. There are things that you can put in place that change that community very quickly and that you can replicate all over the country and the world. So we're much more focused on that sort of, like Amy was saying, grassroots kind of community development side of it now. So that's probably the biggest thing that's changed about it.
Okay. And so what type of people comes out to this conference?
Oh gosh, anybody and everybody who's passionate about this work of making places better. So artists to entrepreneurs to politicians to policymakers. And they come from all over. We love our Roanoke people and we always want more of them, but we're drawing a broader and broader audience from California, from Idaho. We have a big group that comes from Florida. In fact, that group gets bigger every year, and they are hosting Cityworks Expo Florida next year. They're so excited about this concept. So it's people from all over, but we do love our regional attendees as well.
And this expo has inspired some interesting projects, right? That come out of this event. What does Expo help create?
More things than I can list, in this time, but one thing that is near and dear to my heart as the director of the CoLab is that CoLab was an announced Expo experiment. Ed Walker partnered with some really great community stakeholders and announced at Expo that he was opening a co-working space in Roanoke, and everybody was kind of like, oh, interesting. We didn't know we needed one, but it was a visionary concept, and it's worked out really well, and I'm really happy to be a part of that. Now, other local businesses have popped up because of Expo as well. The connections that were made helped things like Big Lick Entertainment get started, as well as many regional and national efforts. A night farmers market in Greensboro got a big grant after it, so there's lots of things that happen quickly right after Expo with all the energy that gets created there and all the connections.
Okay, great. And really quickly, we're about out of time, you offer some scholarships to the event, right?
We do, both full scholarships and partial scholarships. We want people who want to be at Expo, we want them here, and we will make it possible for them to come.
Great. Great. Well, Amy and Ariel, thank you both for stopping by to tell us about the expo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Cityworks Expo will be held October 1st through the 3rd in Charter Hall at the historic Market Building. Thanks for watching. I'm Jason Lisk. This is Round Roanoke, only on Cox 9.